Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Isadora. This is what I eat in a calorie deficit as well as some apartment setup. I'm gonna put up some shelves today. Get this pile of garbage off my table and make it look good. If you're into like food content, lifestyle, home content, whatever, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. So this morning, I was making a chocolate chai like yogurt bowl with some fruit. I'll put the list of everything up as well as like the total calories. So my calorie deficit is about 1,800. That's what my fitness pal told me. Now I know some of y'all are thinking like 1,800, that's so much goddamn food, you fat ass. And so full transparency, so I started my weight loss journey at about 250 pounds. So like what I need to lose weight is different than what you would need to lose weight if you're like 170. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like an obese ass bitch, all right? So that would look different. Even between people, like depending on your exercise level, what weight you're starting from, whether you're a man or a woman. I know a lot of y'all are gonna jump in and be like, that doesn't look like starvation. So pro tip, a lot of bigger people and smaller people, men, women, everybody, even though we don't really talk about it, a lot of people have horrible issues with food. I'm doing a calorie deficit just to get to 190 pounds. So I think I'm trying to lose like 50 or 60 pounds. I'm not trying to be 110, all right? I'm not going on my 600 pound life diet. What did I even just say? My 600 pound life diet. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to lose some weight. Because I've had like chronic sciatica for months and the doctors were like, on top of everything, like your body probably just can't support your fat anymore. And I was like, you know what? Anyway, that's gonna be the chocolate chai yogurt bowl. We got Greek yogurt, chocolate protein powder, sugar-free, like Jordan skinny syrup, chai spice with blueberries and bananas. And it's fire. I really enjoyed this. So my goal, a big thing I find in like fitness and weight loss is women who performing dieting, but it's because they're like performing obedience. I'm not trying to perform anything. I don't hang out with my friends and like talk about how fat or skinny I feel and like what I want to eat that I didn't eat and what I did eat and how it made me like a good or a bad person. I'm literally doing calories in, calories out, and I want to enjoy those calories in to avoid past like food behaviors I've had with, I don't know, because I know if you talk about certain things on YouTube, they immediately yank your videos. I had issues in the past with like the extreme clinical overeating that starts with a B and rhymes with door hinge. Anyway, so that was my breakfast. I was happy with that. Then it was time to put these fucking shelves together. So if you've been watching my vlogs and shit, you know I've kind of been living in piles of stuff, and it's because I have a bunch of knickknacks, especially in like adopting to healthier eating, buying more specialized products, making more of my meals at home. I've acquired a lot of garbage and I don't have room for all of it. So a lot of it's just been piled on stuff. Today we're gonna start tackling that. I'm gonna put up a beautiful ladder shelf. I just ordered these shelves off of Amazon. I've wanted a ladder shelf like my entire life. I don't know what it is about the ladder shelf that like deeply captivates my spirit, but yeah, you'll see as we go around my apartment, I don't really care if stuff like matches or even goes together. Like, again, I've only been here a month, so like I'm working with like limited stuff, but over time I want to fill this place up. Like, I'm a maximalist. I want to have a semi-erotic vampire art wall. That's what we're walking towards. I'd say I like kitsch, I like goth, I like gore, I like rich textures. I like stuff that looked like it could be used by Lestat de Liancourt in like any phase of his life, whether we're talking like New Orleans on that like aristocrat lifestyle shit, whether we're talking like goth rat like snorting coke blood in a tour bus. I want it all. I love rock and roll. I love like neo-Victorian. I love like 60s, 70s, 80s. Actually, I just love anything retro and vintage. And yeah, we getting it together. So you can see in these vlogs, I really want to get like my space together. I want to get my back together. I'm trying to lose weight. Like, I'm just trying to get my life together and like live better in general. You know what I mean? Honestly, like, so I had to keep taking breaks throughout putting the shelf together because of my sciatica. So it took me like all day to do this. And at the end of the day, my hands hurt really, really bad from screwing all the things together. And I got some like anxiety issues. So I was like, oh shit, am I having a heart attack because my hands hurt? But I think if you're having a heart attack, you get shooting pains down like your left arm maybe. And it's not just that like your joints and your fingies hurt. Yeah, it's fun being a crazy ass bitch. Yeah, also a big problem with me in organization is that I cook a lot at home and I have a lot of like fermentation projects and different things going on that I'm trying to maintain like aesthetic value and cleanliness in a small space. So for example, right now, as I'm recording this voiceover, which is a couple days after I filmed this video, I have kefir fermenting. Right now I have some pears ripening because I'm gonna eat them, and then I'm gonna use the cores to make pear vinegar. This morning, I made my own cottage cheese for the first time a couple days ago, which I finished this morning. I've just been eating cottage cheese, salmon, smoked salmon, and olives on bread with everything bagel seasoning, and it's been fire. So you see, like, I'm like a crafty, I love a home food project. Yeah, so it's just been hard to get my space right, but I think I'm gonna do it, honestly. Like, we're making really good progress, you'll see by the end of this video. It's just hard to balance it all, especially with, like, the sorry, I'm waiting for an Amazon package right now, so I thought maybe that was them calling to tell me that it was here. I ordered chocolate protein, no, I have chocolate protein powder. I ordered vanilla protein powder. Something I've been seeing on, like, Instagram is there's this chick, she's super funny. She basically just tells everybody to fuck off, and she makes like low calorie, high protein like cheesecake desserts. So like I got some stuff because I want to start making those like desserts. Those look fire. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I be on. I feel like it's so interesting because at least for years, like, because I struggled so much with different like food-related mental illnesses, I hit a point where I was like, I can't weigh myself and I can't calorie count, and I don't even know how to like conceive of food in like a healthy way without like wallowing in self-loathing. So I'm gonna do whatever, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. And for years I pretty much just ate whatever I wanted, and I've kind of gone through phases of like extreme restriction and like essentially door hinging, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and I don't know, it's very difficult. Especially, I think a lot of it, one, our society is really terrible to people. Again, like, we pretend that only women have eating disorders and struggle with food, but like everybody does. Like, have you ever talked to like a gym bro for like 10 minutes and you're like, oh my god, like this dude has like crazy EDs? But because, like, if they look jacked enough, nobody's gonna clock them, you know? Which I think is interesting, like, if you hit the societal ideal, nobody really cares how mentally ill you are or, like, how unhealthy you are. So it's rough out here. Again, my goal, I don't want to be skinny. I'm trying to fix my back. So, like, then I can become super jacked. Especially as women, as we age, we lose bone density, we lose muscle, and you're more likely to lose, like, mobility. So, like, I honestly don't give a shit if I'm ever, like, skinny or not. I never want to lose mobility like this again. I've essentially been disabled for, like, 5 months, and it's been absolutely agonizing. Like, there's some times where I'm like, should I buy a shower chair? Because I literally can't stand up and wash my hair. And, like, I have no hair, dude. But, yeah, I never want to go through this again. So that's why I'm pursuing, like, weight loss, and then I'm going to pursue, building muscle mass. Because, like, I don't want to get a breast reduction. I don't want to get surgeries. I don't want to lose my independence. And, I don't care how, like, if I fit, like, waspy skinny ideals. Oh, wow. Yeah, what a way to film. Yeah, look at the carnage. just the absolute goddamn mess in that house. But you'll see it'll improve by the end of the day. By EOD, we get it together. But yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm on about an 1,800 calorie a day calorie deficit, which is what my MyFitnessPal told me to do. In my first week, I lost 1.8 pounds, so I'm pretty happy with that. Right now, I'm on week 2. I think I weigh myself tomorrow. So yeah, I will give updates and stuff. Recently I was watching an obese to beast video, and he was like, if you're trying to lose weight, don't post it online, because like everybody will be super rude and mean to you and tell you you're doing everything wrong, and it'll just make it worse. And like, he's probably right, but like I already started posting about it, so like it's too late. But also I feel like, I don't know, if you're like a teenager starting a weight loss journey, it might really, really fuck you up. Oh yeah, this was me, I had to stop and take a break to TENS unit my back after I got those 2 big pieces together. Yeah. Then after that, so this is some pork belly I made. So I think I got this before I started the calorie deficit, and like, I don't know, maybe this is one of those times where I just seem fucking stupid. It didn't occur to me that pork belly is like incredibly fucking calorie dense, which makes sense. It's like 90% fat. So if you eat a whole piece of it, it's like not enough to like keep you full for the day. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting it into chunks, and I'm gonna use it as like in addition to sandwiches and salads and shit. Like I might make like a tuna club with it, but use a little bit and then have something else as like my main protein. So I was just prepping that to be frozen and used later, because honestly I had enough pork belly. Like, it's so rich, it's so distinct in flavor, and like it's just not enough to like keep you full if you have that and like a vegetable and a starch. At least for me, I'm a hungry asshole. So, but yeah, I don't know. I can't keep track of like what I was even fucking talking about. Oh yeah, anyway, let me know like if you've struggled with your weight and stuff like that. Like, what are some things that have like helped you come to peace with it? Because I feel like now, one, I'm medicated for depression, and like I'm a little bit older, so I feel like I have like more resilience and maturity behind me, you know? Then it was time to make lunch, and I was making one of my favorite foods like in the entire world, and this is actually macro friendly. Like, you can fit it into like a calorie deficit, which you'll see, like, even though I am on a calorie deficit, I am not eating like plain chicken and broccoli. Like, nah. Then we got those olives. Now 5 olives have about 25 calories. So yeah, I tend to chop them up and use them as like the way, you know, you'd put like capers. Spoiler alert, I'm making a smoked salmon toast, which is super filling. One of my favorite foods in the world. Smoked salmon actually is like super high in protein, and salmon in general is pretty good for you. It would be better to eat like a baked salmon than a smoked salmon because it has less like sodium and preservatives. But like, I don't know, you still gotta live. Like, for me, it's very important that I enjoy what I eat, you know? Because I'm trying to balance this calorie deficit, but like have it be sustainable so it doesn't trigger me to door hinge my food. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube or not, but you know what I'm saying? Like, overeat clinically. Yeah. Now, I know some people might be like, oh, like when you measure stuff in measuring cups, it's like not super accurate, or like it's super over full. I don't care, man. I am through this calorie counting journey. I learned that beforehand I was eating for like a family of 4. So like, these are still big improvements. That's some light cream cheese, and that's some fresh brioche bread. Now, one thing, I would not recommend buying brioche bread if you're on like a more strict calorie deficit. I honestly impulse bought it just because I needed some bread in my house. Like, I didn't even know that. Again, I'm less than 2 weeks into this, so I'm still learning a bunch of shit, and like, there are some things I've made mistakes on. Like, I already had like honey mustard in my fridge, which is infinitely higher in calories than regular mustard. So like, I kind of gotta plan around that when I go. But yeah, this is just 1 serving of light cream cheese, salmon, everything bagel seasoning, and olives. And honestly, like, I don't know, maybe this doesn't look like a lot of food, but smoked salmon is so fucking like dense and delicious that like Literally, if I eat smoked salmon, I'm full until my next meal. Like, I don't snack. One of my favorite snacks, actually, since I've started this calorie deficit is chopped raw red cabbage with different, like, dressings or sauces on it. So, like, one thing I really, really love is chopped raw red cabbage with low-fat Caesar dressing and sriracha. Sriracha has no calories, so you can go fucking ham. For this, I use so few onions. So onions are low calorie anyway, but if you're using like a handful, I don't even count it, you know? Like if I'm using something as like a garnish, I don't even count it. And that's my fucking Diet Coke, homie. Ugh. Yeah, this hit so fucking hard. Like I was so delighted. I can't even describe to you the joy I feel when I eat smoked salmon. Like, and this was some fresh brioche, so I didn't even have to, like, toast it. Like, oh, this was mad luxurious. Like, I don't know, at least for me. I feel like, again, like, I want to lose weight in a sustainable way that I enjoy. I am not performing starvation to meet white supremacist ideals of the female body. I'm just not. I literally need to lose weight because I'm in agonizing back pain all the time. But because that's my goal, again, like I'm not performing like starvation. I'm not performing lack. Then honestly, after that, I was feeling just full of shit and tired. So I decided to make a cafe chai. This is some chai tea that I had cold brewed for like 2 days. So it was strong as fuck. Then I measured my milk and put it in there. This is light milk. I started switching to light milk before my calorie deficit even, just because I was like, hey, like, I drink so much cafe con leche. Like, if I could cut out some fat, why not? And this is the Jordan's chai. I think they say you can use a tablespoon or two. I use way less because it's so fucking sweet it could kill you. Yeah, that's just my instant coffee. I'm a big instant coffee bitch. Honestly, for the month I've lived in this place, I've only been having instant coffee, and if I taste it again, I will go insane. So I ordered a French press that's coming, and yeah, I'm gonna start making like real coffee, because like damn, I can't, just the taste of Nescafe, like it's weird. So I feel like I do that, like I'll get tired of home brewing and like cleaning stuff, so I'll drink instant coffee for like a month or two, then I get disgusted by the taste of it and go back to real coffee. Anyway, I was watching the Queer Diaries and enjoying my shaken cold cafe chai. Fire. And just admiring the carnage in my house. You know how it is, like, when you're the carnage in your house is, like, mocking you, but, like, you're just trying to enjoy your YouTube videos, but you can't because you've destroyed your house and you have, like, half-built shelves and there's just a pile of garbage on your table and everything looks like shit and it's haunting your ass. Yeah, then I had to get back to it. Yeah, so something I thought was cool with these shelves is that they actually came with, like, I think it's called an Allen wrench, maybe? I don't know. I'm not that guy. I don't really build shit a lot, as you can tell by how floppy and uncoordinated I am and how, like, I keep dropping shit and, like, looking at the directions and I don't really know what's going on. Like, it's fucking rough out here, brother. But yeah, I don't know. Do you ever have anything, it's like super minor and it might seem stupid to other people, but it's always been like a dream of yours? Like, I always wanted to have like my own apartment or studio apartment with like a ladder shelf in it. Like, that shit just makes me feel like I made it, and it pushed me through, even though my back was kind of hurting me and I really didn't want to keep doing this. But I was like, yo, like, and also because I live in such a small space, like, if I don't finish a project, it just sits there. And, like, I'm walking over and it looks like shit and it's mocking me. Always mocking me. Yeah, eventually, I'm debating right now. I have some other stuff. I have an over-the-door spice rack organizer. I'll show you how I use that because I really want to fix up my kitchen. I'm debating buying, like, a clothing rack to put next to my little armoire thing, because my armoire thing is stuffed to the fucking gills. It just looks crazy, dog. But yeah, working and living in a small space, working with a small space, it just be like that sometimes. Like, you gotta do the best you can. I honestly like living in a smaller space because, one, it's like you have less space for shit, so you can't just like endlessly acquire objects, and I can clean it in like a half hour. Like, We're talking like cleaning the kitchen and bathroom, like sweeping and mopping the floor, which is great when you're like struggling with heinous fucking back pain. So, but recently I actually went back to the physical therapist for like my follow-up appointment, and they upped my dose of nerve pain meds, so I'm like exhausted all the time, but it is working. And some things I've started doing as well is using my red light therapy masks on my lower back and back of my thigh where my sciatic pain is. And I've started doing I think it's Viparita Karani, which is in yoga, it's like legs up the wall pose. I do that for like 15 minutes a pop, like 2 to 4 times a day, and I think it's really, really helping me. Right now I'm actually sitting at my table, sitting on a heating pad, recording this voiceover for you. Oh yeah, I wish I didn't paint my nails like the night before I decided to put the shelf together. Like, what was I even thinking, dog? Like, what do I think about in my body? But no, I'm really excited. I'll show you a little bit of like how the shelf looked when it was done, and like I started organizing on it. And oh yeah, I dropped the wrench in my titties. Yeah. It's amazing what I find in there sometimes. Like, that's probably why my fucking back hurts, but I'm hoping like if I can lose weight all over my whole body and build strength overall, I won't need any surgery. Because something I was talking with my doctor a lot about, he's like, yeah, like we can do all this stuff and like we can give you shots and stuff, but as long as there's so much extra weight on you, it'll just like keep causing you pain and like you'll likely have the same issues. So I never want to do this again. This is actually the second time in my life. 10 years ago, I had like my first run-in with about like a year of agonizing sciatica. And I should have learned then, but I didn't. But to be fair, 10 years ago, I was like 20. So I don't think any 20-year-old has ever really learned anything about anything, so you can't be that mad about yourself. Like, the brain isn't fully formed yet, you know? But now I'm a bitch in my 30s, and I'm like, wow, like, yeah, my body's only gonna go downhill from here if I don't, like, get my shit together. Yeah, you can see, maybe you notice, maybe not, I got more used to, like, the motions and movements and, like, discovered better ways to, like, put the shelf together, and it did get easier with time, but damn, did my fucking hands hurt from screwing that fucking wrench in 78 times. Mad rough out here, bro. I don't know, I debated if I should cut more out of this or not. Honestly, the footage of this full day that I got was like 1 hour and 45 minutes long, so I cut over an hour out of this before I posted it. And I was like, I don't know, is this boring? Would people like this? I don't know, but I really love seeing like things come to completion and like the actual part of the process. Like, I feel like online, a lot of times when people make any kind of DIY content, like maybe they're just more professionals or they're more dexterous than me. So like I was chilling making jewelry and so my friend, she was traveling for like a month and she let her other friends stay at her apartment, and I let her into the apartment and we were hanging out and making jewelry together. I had a thorn stuck in my leg. Don't ask me how I got it. Anyway, there was a thorn stuck in my leg for like 3 weeks, and after I removed it. And no, I was not doing that on purpose. I went to like 3 different doctors. Nobody could get this fucking thorn out of my leg. I literally even went to a hospital. I ended up getting the thorn out of my leg with baking soda paste. Yeah. So we were making that thorn into a necklace, and she was like, huh, like, you move really weird. Do you think you have dyspraxia? Do you think you're on the spectrum? Like, everybody's always diagnosing me with shit, but I guess that's what you get when all your friends are neurodivergent. They're like, so you only hang out with neurodivergent people, but you've never been diagnosed with anything? Suspicious. And I'm like, the DSM could not begin to comprehend me. The lion does not concern herself with her DSM diagnosis. I'm so funny, I kill me. Sometimes my friends are like, you should become a stand-up comedian. You're so funny. And I'm like, I can't, because I might make a man laugh, and I can't make men happy. Yeah. Anyway, what was I even fucking talking about, bro? It's crazy, like, I can just go actually, I discovered my talent for, like, stream of consciousness yapping, like, a long time ago. I was doing this gig, so, like, something that, I think, like, Microsoft and, like, Apple and shit do is, like, they do, like, field tests of their microphones, so I went to a dude's recording studio to do, like, hours of testing on, different Android phones, and, like, it didn't matter what I talked about, I just had to keep talking. And after like 5 hours, he was like, wow, this is so impressive. You're like the best candidate for this I've ever had. Like, most people can't even test the microphones because they run out of shit to say. And I'm like, I ain't run out of shit to say one time in my bitch ass life, homie. Oh yeah, then it was time for legs up the wall pose. I super recommend this if you're struggling with sciatica. When I start it, you'll see my fucked up leg, I can't bend it. And I do this for 15 minutes, 2 to 4 times a day. And by the end of the pose, I can press my fucked up leg flat against the wall. Yeah, and I was just doing my Viparita Karani. And I think I was watching, like, or listening to a Swoop doc in the background. I don't know. I've heard there's, like, some controversy about her or something. But, like, I don't really know. It's hard to keep track of, like, everything. Especially for me, like, I don't know. There's multiple global genocides right now. Like, I don't really care if, like, somebody who makes videos on the internet, like, did something somebody doesn't agree with. Like, let's talk about, like, real priorities and, like, real weights of issues on Earth. Yeah, like, free Palestine, by the way. But that's not even the only genocide. So, like, what do I care if, like, I don't know, somebody who makes videos talking about internet drama, like, stole something from a Walmart, or, like, I don't know, man. Anyway, let's keep putting the shelf together. You could see why this took me all day, because I had to keep taking breaks to, like, use my TENS unit, or, like, stretch out my leg, and I actually had to pull up this chair because I couldn't sit bent over anymore. Something I'd really recommend is, like, if you have physical limitations, like, listen to your body, man. I feel like it's part of, like, it's essentially part of, like, the white supremacist, like, fascist ideology that underpins the United States. That, like, if you don't have, like, a perfectly functioning white male body, you deserve to, like, suffer and, like, be discarded. And, you know, society will do that to you probably, but don't do it to yourself. You know, give yourself grace. Like, if you need to modify something to accomplish a task, but but modifying that allows you to accomplish the task, fucking great. Like, as long as you get done what you need to get done, like, it doesn't need to look how you think, like, how you imagine other people would do it. Like, do you see how crazy that sounds? Like, as long as you're doing what you need to do and, like, empowering yourself and taking care of yourself, you don't have to do what, like, other people say. You have to do, like, whether you're modifying, like, how you would put together a shelf, like, did I need to take 7 breaks while I was putting this fucking shelf together? Yes. Did I put it together, though? Look at that shit. That looks like a put-together ass shelf to me, brother. Ignore the fact that my house is trashed. Don't look at it. You didn't see anything. Then I was like, do I put the shelf here? Do I put the shelf there? Where does it go? Yo, this shit looks dope when all my curtains are down at night, honestly, and I got, like, a little fake salt lamp. It casts, like, a beautiful soft pink light on all my objects. Yeah, that's my kefir, getting it off the table. This is the magic moment I've been waiting for weeks, where I start getting fucking knickknacks off my table. Beautiful. Yeah, that's a belt, actually, but I like the vibes. Yeah, you see, we was mad organizing. Hell yeah, brother. Those are some of my knickknacks. That cup's full, the goblet's full. That's my coffee maker, drip coffee maker from Costa Rica. That's gonna be like a little altar to Bridget in there. And yeah, I got stuff off of my other services. it's just been hard to keep stuff organized when I didn't really have any space for anything, but I'm working on that and I want to make it better. So then you'll see this table just got gross because there was so much stuff piled on it for weeks that I had like nowhere to put it. So then it was time to clean the table and immediately start cooking on it. Instead of standing and cooking in my kitchen, I usually like prep vegetables and stuff on this table just because that's easier on my back. And you'll see I have that little pillow back there for like back support. Again, like give yourself what you need. Don't feel bad about it. Don't be like, other people can stand for like 7 hours and like, because I can't stand for 7 hours and like julienne carrots, I might as well not even bother. Incorrect. Sit your ass down, put on a podcast, chop up some onions, brother. Like, that's what you gotta do sometimes. Yeah, so this was my dinner, and I was super excited to make this dinner. So I had a decent amount of calories left for the day. So what I decided to make is like a healthier version of like In-N-Out style animal fries. I gotta be honest with you, I've been to In-N-Out in California. I don't think it was that good. I prefer, like, I think they have like a good idea of like the animal style, but whenever I make it myself, I prefer the execution. So onions are super low in calories. Now, traditionally, when you caramelize something, you would put like a shit ton of butter and cook them. Like, it takes a long time to caramelize onions. I decided that I was just gonna no butter, no oil in this whole meal. I was gonna salt them and air fry them in some water to like soften them up, and that was it, because I was starving. Like, I don't know, like maybe it doesn't look that hard to like put together like a whole shelf, but again, like, you're seeing about half of what was almost 2 hours of footage of like a whole day of work of me just like fighting with that fucking shelves, you know? So I had enough calories left to eat 2 like small to medium potatoes. So I crushed my potatoes. Then for the In-N-Out style. I don't even know what goes into an In-N-Out style sauce, but I know what I like in a general burger sauce that I make. So this was just like Greek yogurt, light mayo, ketchup, honey mustard, and like the caldito, which would be like the juice from like a jar of pickled jalapenos. I like shit a little bit spicier than they tend to make it in like mass market food for white people. But don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those like white people don't season food. Like, that's not correct, all right? Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me to act like all white people share one culture. Like, I think like French people and like people from the Balkans would have something to fucking say about you saying that all white people have one culture. Like, I don't know, even like white people from like, even I notice it a lot. Like, I'm from Philly. When I meet like white people from other parts of the US, I'm like, that's mad different. Like, especially I have like Jewish and Irish ancestry. So like I never really grew up eating like a fucking casserole. Like, the first time somebody's white mom presented a casserole to me, I was like, the fuck? Anyway, what are we talking about? Yeah, I grew up eating like brisket and like, so like the Ashkenazi, like East Coast Jew stuff, like bagels and lox, chopped liver, kugel, like that kind of shit was more normal for me. Like, nobody was giving me like a hamburger helper casserole. Like, nah, dog. I love a fucking matzo ball soup. Yeah. And like, I'm white as hell, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, then we was just chopping up those onions. Although, I don't know, I guess Jews, like, I mean, like, pigmentationally, I am white, but like, I guess like, Nazis, like, I mean, they like Israel, but they don't actually, like, they like the militarized state of Israel, but they don't actually like the Jewish, like, ethnicity and culture. I wouldn't say Israel is Jewish ethnicity and culture, in my opinion. You know, there's this old saying, which, like, I don't know if this is a real old saying or not, because I feel like sometimes rabbis will be like, they'll be like, oh, this is an old saying, and then they'll just say whatever they want. It's given that real Tevye shit, like the good book says. But anyway, once this rabbi told me, he was like, there's a saying that if you ask like 5 Jewish rabbis a question, you get like 7 different answers. And like, that's what Judaism is. Judaism is like questioning authority. It's like not becoming like the machine. Bro, it's a weird time to be both Jewish and Irish. I feel like it's never been a not weird time to be Jewish. Like, how are you even gonna be Jewish and Irish at the same time? Like, couldn't my fucking ancestors pick a struggle? Damn, homie. Anyway. Yeah, so this was like these In-N-Out fries. Absolute fire. Again, I don't use butter or oil, and I put the aglio e olio seasoning from Trader Joe's on them. That seasoning is one of the most delicious things I've ever eaten in my entire life, and I literally pile that shit on everything. Now, in the traditional In-N-Out, I think In-N-Out fries suck, personally. Fight me. Like, I wouldn't really say that, like, any fast food places have, like, really, really good fries. Like, they all just kind of taste, like, super fake and salty to me. Yeah, so those were my not caramelized onions. That's 3 slices of low-fat cheese. I had enough calories left for 3 slices of cheese. And you know I keep that thing on me, brother. Anyway. Yeah, then once the fries were done, put on the onions, put on that, like, sauce, and put on that cheese and cook it up. And then I devoured the shit out of it. I don't think I'd ever been that hungry in my entire life. I think it's just doing house stuff, like, makes you mad fucking hungry. Like, yup, all 3 slices of cheese. Oh, this felt so, like, mad luxurious, dude. And because the burger sauce has, like, honey mustard and pickled jalapeno juice in it, and I put pickled jalapenos on top, this was, like, sweet, spicy, savory fire. And I literally devoured all that while watching The Clove Room. I really like her. Like, I don't know, I just like listening to her talk about makeup and stuff. Like, she soothes my spirit, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has like a really calming presence. Like, she's not like, I don't know, like, I do feel like sometimes on YouTube people tend to go into this like really high energy, like intense kind of thing, or maybe that's just their personality. Like, they have way more energy than my bitch ass has, but I love her and like her vibes. So this honestly tasted so fucking good. Like, this is much better than the In-N-Out fries. I actually had it In-N-Out in California. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, sometimes I do get suspicious when people will like cut up like carrots and be like, this tastes just like noodles. Like, no. But if you don't like, maybe it's just me, I don't like In-N-Out that much, and I don't think it's that good. Maybe it's because I'm like an East Coast bitch and I'm just a hater. Like, when I remember, like, I went with my friend when I was visiting her family for Christmas in Cali, and I was just like, I mean, this is like, okay, like, why is everybody so hyped with this? Like, what PR firm did In-N-Out hire to accomplish this? Because, like, I need them. Anyway, I thoroughly fucking enjoyed this. This was such a good day. Like, I had a more organized house. I ate 3 really good meals. I was waving goodbye, but late that night, I got really bored. So I decided to make some homemade cottage cheese. I'll link the recipe I used below. This is just separating the whey from the cottage cheese. Honestly, homemade cottage cheese tastes way better than store-bought, but you end up with, like, gallons of whey and, like, 4 tablespoons of cottage cheese. So, like, I don't know if it's really worth it. I feel like you're wasting a lot of product. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I just ate this on toast with some smoked salmon. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.